Welcome to Cooking for Baby and Me. Today's featured ingredient are bell peppers, and we'll be making Philly-style pepper and egg sandwich and pepper confit with aged balsamic, goat cheese, and crostini. Dr. Tecile Andolino from St. Luke's University Health Network and Chef Anthony Bonett are joining us today. These recipes sound great, so let's get started.
Once again, two fairly straightforward recipes. We're going to start off with how to cook the peppers. There's a lot of different ways to take the skin off a pepper. In this method, we're kind of cutting the walls, the four walls off the peppers, okay? And then we're going to sear them. And once they start softening, you end up with like the pepper being almost fully cooked, and the skin, parts of the skin will still be on there.
And does that take long?
It doesn't. It takes maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, depending on your heat. They're okay with burning a little bit because you're going to peel the skin off.
We actually like this because it's a great antioxidant. So has lots of B6, it has vitamin A and C, and in general, we love that for brain and eye development. And then antioxidants, like who hasn't talked about anti-inflammatory effects for every food that's out there? So this is an easy one for families. We do also like this for little kids because this is also one of those things that as we're starting to pick up our pincer grasp and developmentally being able to feed ourselves, this is a nice one for kids to be able to pick up on their own, as long as they have teeth, of course.
You can see they're starting to brown up a little bit.
Oh yeah, that looks great. Yeah.
Once you achieve that browning, you can really turn it down, let them brown a little more, turn them over,
That's pretty
season
easy.
them up with salt and pepper.
Okay. So very easy.
And they'll continue softening. And then right before you serve, you just remove the skin, a little bit of skin. The confit is a very simple technique where you really just take your peppers, you take the walls off, and you julienne. Okay?
And when can you start feeding your kids bell peppers? At what age?
So I usually tell families if we're talking about them in its normal, natural form, then we really want to make sure that they have teeth. On average, most kids are talking about at least after 6 months of age. We usually say breast milk or formula exclusively until that time, just for having a good base and foundation for their growth and development. So we usually say anytime after that would be a great time to introduce those. And we tell parents all the time, just because your kid doesn't like it one time does not mean that that's off the list forever.
For the confit is a technique where you cook things very slowly, and with peppers hold up very well to kind of long cooking. So we just have some julienne peppers. You don't even really have to cover. I just put extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
I put some sliced garlic, and there's really no technique to it. It's just covering. That's it. Just salt, pepper. Okay. Cook them on fairly low heat, and I think about 20 to 30 minutes for that amount.
You just want it to stew down, basically.
Exactly. And we end up with our nice confit. So let's get on to our pepper and egg sandwich, the star of the show here. First thing we did for pepper and egg sandwich is that we bought some nice rolls.
These look so
I
good.
browned them a little bit. Okay, once your rolls are browned, you can put your American cheese right on the sandwich. So we're going to cook our eggs in here. I have a little butter for our eggs. Let's put a little salt and pepper in the eggs. For the sandwich, you want to cook your eggs flat. So you can even just make one big flat omelet and cut it small and cut it into pieces.
And a little bit of butter is okay in your diet.
Absolutely.
Just moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Now I can do this, I think. I don't know if you can do this at home, but I'm pretty sure I got most of it down.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I got half of it there.
See, you were showing off because if I were at home, like, unless it was
would
one
be all
egg,
over the
it
floor.
would be all over the floor.
Our confit looks great. For our confit, we have a little bit of goat cheese. We're going to put some crostinis around it. Put a little bit of basil. We have some nice fresh basil here. We have a little bit of aged balsamic.
Let's all take a sandwich.
I have mine picked out already.
You do?
Wait, you can call dibs already? How is that okay? Oh, wow. This is really good.
I have a hard time to not keep eating.
I think the doctor's going to be making this.
I know.
Quite often.
I'm okay now.
Let's try one of these. Amazing. What a great idea.